We're going to go over the basics and then add in steps in between. First, use your cleanser. Some people use a double cleanser, and you might have devices which you use, or if you use a Dr. Pen or derm roller or other microneedling tool or radiofrequency device, you may or may not have products which you use with it. But you want to use these and any lasers or other devices on clean, dry skin unless otherwise indicated. You may have a lubricant which you use with these devices, and you can obviously use those, but this is where you would use them. This is also where you would incorporate any sheet masks or light therapy masks, according to their instructions. If you are someone who uses a Dr. Pen or derm roller or someone who microneedles or nanoneedles in general, you want to do it on a clean face free of product, save for the products you are using when you microneedle. Same with radiofrequency devices, light treatments, and lasers. You want a clean face but not one which still has soap residue, so rinse well and give yourself at least 15 minutes before using your devices. This is where you would also pause to use a sheet mask if you are going to. It is a matter of both preference, as well as the specifications of the face mask, whether or not someone chooses to also use their toner first. It won't hurt. There are certain other products you should avoid mixing, especially if you are using strong actives, an important parameter which we will go over here shortly. So we have established that you wash your face first thing. Then use toner. If you are using vitamin C, because it is an unstable molecule, you might also incorporate it first thing in the morning after washing with water or with a face wash, though you must be careful which soaps you use with it. A good rule of thumb is to avoid benzoyl peroxide if you use vitamin C, and opt instead to use a salicylic acid face wash, or a BHA or AHA face wash, to prepare your skin barrier's pH for maximum absorption of your vitamin C, without compromising the stability and efficacy of one product or another, and without irritating your skin, which can actually worsen the conditions which you have set out to treat. In addition to whichever face washing scrubbers, scrapers, etc., which you might use, know that you can use a double cleansing system if you would like, the oil cleanser being used to really get in there and loosen makeup and other impurities on the surface as well as in your pores, and your soapy cleanser to wash it away. You might also use micellar water and makeup remover. Some people opt not to use wipes for environmental reasons. You can get microfiber cloths which are reusable and which feel amazing on the face if this is indeed one of your concerns. Ideally, after washing you use toner to prep skin barrier for absorption of other products. This is also where you would want to use any fermentation products or bioferment products, which work to prepare the skin's microbiome, the tiny invisible wonderful world on the surface of your skin, to increase bioavailability of active ingredients by increasing penetration, because it creates an optimal environment on and underneath the skin's surface to readily drink up and utilize all the goodies you put into it. After toner and before serums, you want to use any skin medications, which in this case are formulas made up of highly concentrated actives specialized to target a specific problem or skin concern, and often prescription but sometimes over the counter. These will include any of your chemical peels or exfoliants, prescription retinoids, vitamins, antibacterial and antimicrobials, or combinations of such things. Keep in mind that anything which is labeled as an ointment is something which you will want to allow ample time to absorb, as it is more likely to impede absorption of other products because of its formula, though that is not to say that it will. Moving on now to your serums, which is a term widely used. It is important to use serum right after skin medications because the exfoliating properties of many skin medications creates ample conditioning in the skin for maximum, super deep absorption of serums into your skin. When using serums, which includes peptide complexes and most of your various ampoules, you want to start with any corrective or concentrated serum. That is, use your primary or key skincare active first respective to what your targeted skin concern of the moment is, and then move on to your supportive ingredient for the same indicated skincare concern. The rule of thumb is to focus on one skincare concern at once, 2 at the most. You can always cycle up your routine bi-weekly or as you resolve one, then cycle for maintenance. Correct the most prominent skincare concerns first, focusing on 1 at a time, preferably, but 2 at a time maximum. And when choosing an active to cycle with, be sure to keep in mind your first most prominent concern. 2 serums is the max you want to use regularly, as these in conjunction with other products in your routine will ultimately only serve to move each other around and to dilute each other if puddled too thickly onto the face. You can also risk mixing them into an inconsistent formula which can cause hot and cold spots of too much and too little of an active, wreaking havoc on your skin and your desired results. Moving on to moisturizer. Then, if it is morning, a sunscreen with proper SPF to block out radiation from the sun, namely those UVA rays, which are the aging ones, and those UVB rays, which are the burning ones. If it is evening, use a skin oil at this step instead of your sunscreen. You can also use Vaseline, a silicone product containing something like dimethicone, ceramide healing ointment, or any petrolatum containing product or super thick, oily lotion, to lock in moisture, a technique also known as slugging. I really hope this helped, love. Keep up your self-love and self-care routines, always. And please reach out to me with any comments, questions, concerns, critique, or suggestion. Okay, thanks, bye.